There is some good news out there this morning, guys. Here's the satellite imagery of it. I'm going to switch up the filter and show you something called the water vapor, and this shows us moist air and dry air. The dry air is indicated by the reds and yellows you see there, kind of getting pulled into the center of Harvey. That's a good thing because dry air destroys tropical systems, and this is also starting to shift the heaviest rain out to the east of Houston. But there are things that will change in the next 24 hours that will include another 10 to 15 inches in those same areas, unfortunately. So not out of the woods just yet. Let's show you the latest track here on that coming up in a little bit. But first, we have our own tropical threat here in Hampton Roads, and this is right now known as potential tropical cyclone number 10, right on the cusp of becoming Irma, a tropical storm here as it's sitting over the warm waters of the Gulf Stream this morning and is forecast to strengthen, track pretty much right along the coastline there and over the Outer Banks by late tonight into early tomorrow, introducing the risk for us for very heavy rain, gusty winds, and the potential for some coastal flooding at times of high tide, particularly tomorrow afternoon. So Tropical Storm Irma likely named this morning with those main concerns, wind, rainfall, and flooding for us here. I want to take you through FUTURECAST today because we're going to start off the day dry and sunny. Clouds begin to increase quickly. They lower and thicken, and by this evening, we start to see the first bands of rain develop into the south and lifting northwards. Be hit or miss early on, then becoming more widespread and heavier overnight tonight, and then we add into the wind to the equation as well. Tropical storm watches are up for all the Outer Banks south of Kill Devil Hills and Nags Head, including Dare County. North of there, not just yet. It may be expanded later on. We have flash flood watches, though, all the way up to the state line, and then into Virginia, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, and northeastern North Carolina also under a high wind watch for tomorrow, and that's for winds gusting as high as 65 miles an hour. Here's one of the models indicating how strong the winds will be. Again, right along the water, you'll find the strongest winds. Farther inland, a whole lot less windy there, which will be some good news for you. And in terms of rainfall, 1 to as much as 4 to 5 inches. Heaviest amounts south and east, lesser amounts farther north and west as that storm system tracks along the coastline there. In terms of coastal flooding, times of high tide at Sewell's Point, really tomorrow afternoon, we're going to look for that high tide time frame to bring up that moderate flooding in some of those spots normally susceptible to it. So keep that in mind. Radar this morning, quiet. We're seeing clear skies right now. High pressure to our north is battling against the developing tropical system off the southeast coastline that will eventually win out and bring us increased clouds and rain. 68 out the door this morning in Newport News, 61 though in Chesapeake, 64 in Williamsburg, 67 now in Edenton. This afternoon up to 78 with increasing clouds and rain developing. Also breezy out there today. And tonight those winds strengthen down to 70 with rain heavy at times, and that continues tomorrow on your Tuesday. Things start to quiet down Tuesday night. We bring back the sunshine but remain breezy on Wednesday.